Welcome back to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alan,
And I'm Jorge.
and today we have a very special guest. And the reason why he's special is because he was actually our first guest, but you guys haven't seen him. But I botched the shit out of his first podcast, and I fucked it up. But he's back now, and we got everything pretty settled down, and we know what to do now. So I'm excited to have him on and do him right. So we got Omar Ochoa in the building, local to Salem. He is a local tattoo artist. Welcome in, man.
Yeah, it feels pretty good to be in. I remember that first episode. It was. I felt like it was a good one, but the editing wasn't all there. But at least this time around, I'm more prepared. You're more prepared, and I feel like it's gonna be a lot better podcast.
No, it will, man. Appreciate you for coming back again for a second time. But a lot of exciting things have happened, which we will talk about. But let's just start from the beginning. Where are you from and where were you raised? So people that don't know you can know a little bit about you.
So I was born in San Jose and was raised here in Salem.
San
My whole life.
Jose.
Yeah.
When did you come to Salem?
I think when I was like about 6.
Oh, okay.
So as far back as
Yeah.
I remember, yeah.
San Jose's expensive, no?
San Jose right now,
Yeah.
the Bay Area is fucking crazy expensive out there right now. I have a lot of family down there, and they got a saying out there that you don't only pay for taxes. Obviously we don't pay taxes for here, but you pay for the weather out there.
Yeah.
That's true. I think that's a big thing everywhere in California. That's what I hear. You're paying
It's
to live there because of the weather.
The weather. I think all the Florida. It's. I mean, you want to live because of the weather, pues.
Yeah, exactly.
Is San Jose? How close is that to San Francisco?
I want to say like 3-4 hours.
Oh, so it's not very super close to San Francisco because San Francisco's pretty cold, huh? They have pretty kind of shitty weather.
Yeah, I don't like it.
The weather?
Yeah.
Or San Francisco.
No, the
I was
weather,
like,
the
dude, we're
weather.
talking shit, dude.
The weather.
We're,
got shitty
we're
weather
already,
here.
we're already coming out hot, dude.
No, the weather. The weather's
Okay.
como que like the times I've gone to the Golden State Bridge, it's that foggy. Like it's just because of the
Windy,
bay.
cold,
Yeah.
rainy.
The people say the
The
locals
fucking
say
ocean's
it's
right
yeah.
there.
They say it's the bay and it's just the way como están las montañas y todo. It makes it that way.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
San Francisco's really nice, though. I like it as a city, though.
Oh, I like San Francisco, dude.
Yeah,
It's like
dude.
old. It's like it's got a lot of character. It's got a lot of history. It's got just everything. So.
But you just went to San Jose, didn't you? Not too long ago. You guys took a little trip?
Yeah, I think it was about 6 months ago, 5 months ago. Me and my girl went down there like on a weekend, and we just went to like this local theme park, and I had her meet all the family, and it was a good time.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that was in San Francisco, in San Jose,
In
right?
San
San
Jose.
Jose.
yeah,
In San Jose.
in San Jose.
Did you know San Jose? I think it's considered one of the best or wealthiest cities in the West Coast.
Really?
San Francisco, San Jose, Seattle, San Diego, and I think there's some other one.
There gotta be LA in there.
What's
somewhere.
special about San Jose?
I don't know, dude. But San Jose, I know they say that it's money right there, way.
Interesting.
Because
I
it's
haven't
close
been
to
there.
that, like the whole area, but it's like more like calm. It's not mainstream.
What would you compare San Jose to? Like, what city that you've been to?
Man, San Jose is crazy. As close as I can think right now, maybe like Portland,
It would be like a Portland.
like in between a Portland and like Seattle.
Yeah.
You like Seattle, huh?
Yeah, I love Seattle, man.
Seattle's okay. I mean, I'm not that excited about Seattle. I like San Francisco way better than Seattle.
Well, if you do it that way, yeah, it's
Yeah?
San Francisco.
Because you get all hyped over Seattle all the
I
time.
just like the urban life, dude. Urban life, the big city, just like the character that cities have. And Seattle doesn't have that particular character because it's more modern, pues, more modern America. San Francisco still has, still has that character. I don't know how to explain it, but got culture, pues, tiene cultura esa ciudad. So.
You said that someday you may move out there, no?
I was thinking about it, especially like in the career that I'm in tattooing. I just feel like there's more money to be made out there. I feel like there's more demand.
There's more demand.
There's
for
more
it.
demand out there, but at the same time, there is a lot of competition. But eventually, I want to see how far I can take it here, how far I can push myself and my abilities, and if I feel like I'm ready to take that step, and into that atmosphere, then I want to go down there and make more money, and just be sunny every day. Who wouldn't want that?
That'd be nice, dude. That's like one thing that that a lot of people say that I never really thought about. They're like, oh yeah, they're like, well, Oregon's just so like depressing because it rains so much. It's always like dark. It's always darker and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just all I know. So I'm just like,
In all honesty, yeah, you get used to it.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
all you know.
when this is all you know, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
how can you be like? How can you even say it's depressing when it's
Yeah.
all you know?
Yeah, that's all you know.
You
So
know?
how can you say it's depressing?
Hey, but there's some
Yeah.
people that like this though, eh?
That will come out here just for
No,
for
that
this or
All the
actually like
Karens?
it.
That what?
Maybe.
All the Karens?
All the Karens?
Maybe.
Well,
I
but-
don't know. Hey, John, why did you come to Oregon?
That's a
I
Karen.
see.
That's a Karen quote.
Dude, I've met people that say they like this type of weather. They like this, and every time I'm like, dude, you know, I don't like this shit. It's like, well, you're on the wrong state. I'm like, okay, I don't dislike it. I dislike it because it's 9 months or 8 months out of the year.
Yeah.
I don't dislike that it rains, right? Maybe if it rains a little bit less, ideal. But
I don't think I've ever heard someone say they like it because they
Yeah,
like the
dude.
weather. Everybody that I ask that like don't move out here, they'll say that there's just a lot more to do here and it's cheaper than wherever they came from, or like they're really into nature and hiking and all that stuff. So they don't, if it's like a little wet or a little like rainy, like they don't mind going
Getting
out
down and
and
dirty.
getting down and dirty when
Yeah.
they're going on hikes and stuff.
Yeah.
And sight viewings and stuff. Like I don't think a lot of people can compete with us on that. But I don't know if people are actually moving here because they like the 8-9 months of the year.
a lot of people say that they like the weather. A lot of people say that Oregon and Washington, they don't have tornadoes. They don't have like
that's true.
earthquakes. They don't have like, we haven't had tsunamis. There's not a lot of disasters como like weather type. Does that make sense? The weather in, Texas, other cities, when it rains, it pours like feo, ¿me entiendes?
Yeah.
And this is just kind of like, for us, it's just normal rain. The weather, like in other places when it's hot, extremely hot. The weather here, and it's starting to get hotter, but typically it's not too hot. When it snows other places, so it's kind of like that perfect combination. It gives you a little bit of everything, but not too much of that one thing. Besides rain, right?
And besides, when summer hits around, we because of the fact that we don't get sun all the time. When summer comes around, it's like the best thing ever. We
Yeah.
do not take that shit for granted.
yeah.
I don't know, dude. I still hear people complaining. They're never happy. It's hot. It's like 80 degrees. They're like, oh, it's too hot here.
I know. Hey, I'm that type.
You ain't gonna make it in San Jose, dude. You ain't gonna
Hey,
make
I've
it.
been-
Watch out!
told
Hey,
that
watch out when
before.
you say that, dude. Watch out when you say that. Karen, they just
Fucking.
put that in your head. Put that in your head.
I don't want to be a Karen.
I don't want to be a Karen. I don't want to be a
Karen.
Karen. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Dude,
No, yeah.
Damn.
No, but yeah, California, I feel like would be cool. But who knows? I might go out there, try it, and I might not like it.
California has the vibe for all this. ¿Me entiendes? It's like it's got the vibe for like just when we were there, in California.
Yeah.
It's just the vibe, way like it's like todo. It's like tattooing, barbershopping, like it's a whole culture, subculture. ¿Me entiendes?
Yeah.
And I mean, good weather, dude. So
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna change the topic a little bit, but I want to start off with like congratulating you, dude, because today's a really special day. Because you have been going to tattoo school for a while now,
8
and
months.
today you passed your state test. So you had already graduated, right?
Mhm.
You graduated last week, and then you took the test today, and you passed the what do they call it? State
The-
board
the-
state
the
test.
state
or-
board test.
the state board
Yeah.
test. So that's like huge. So now you can start working at your shop now.
Yes.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Big
thank
shout
you.
out to you.
Thank you.
congrats, dude. That's huge. How was it? Like, was it difficult or was it what you expected?
No, not at all. After COVID happened with school, instead of like coming in physically for a class, most of the bookwork is take home. You have to pass 10 unit exams, and you have to do a certain amount of packets for each section. And so a lot of it was just me on my own time, working, whether it was working from home or working construction part-time, to pay my bills. I was, doing both. And then once I finished, it was 210 hours of theoretical, basically bookwork. And then the final part was 150 hours of practical work, which is the hands-on. You got to do 150 hours and then 50 procedures. So once I got there, I already had a little bit of experience under my belt with tattooing, and that was the easy part for me. It was just, drawing on people's skin, and I was able to make an income from that. But at the same time, getting clientele and getting people to sit in your chair was, at times a little bit difficult. But, I got through it. I paid the bills. I feel like I got through the hard part. And now, I'm an officially licensed tattoo artist in a shop where it's very well known. Uh, Fucking phones ringing every single day. There's high demand in that shop, so I'm just grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, it's crazy. Let me go back just a little bit. You mentioned that you have to do 150 hours hands on.
Hmm.
What does that mean exactly? Like, do you actually start tattooing someone at the location that you're going to school to, or?
Yeah, so at the school, the way they would count it was, so for example, the school hours were from 11 to 4. And so from the moment I got there, set up my station, to the moment I finished, like cleaning all my station, breaking down, all those hours were counted towards that. So I was pushing the line of putting 5 hours each day of tattooing and stuff.
Yeah. Was it what would you say would be the difficult part for you going to school and all that?
Like I said, I think the hardest part was getting people in that chair.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people, they don't want to spend that much money. They figure because you're in school, that they should get like a discount,
I
or maybe
see.
the quality of work isn't gonna be the same, because in essence they're thinking that you're practicing on that.
You're considered a newbie basically in their eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I could totally see that. I could totally see why that would be that, why they would do that, because even though at that point you've already done a certain amount of book hours, I'm assuming most people have a little bit of experience
Mhm.
tattooing, and that's why they decided that they wanted to get more into it.
Mhm.
But I could see that because like when, because I was one of the people that you did the first tattoos for.
Yeah.
Um,
That's funny. You just sent me that Snapchat the other day.
it was almost a year
It,
ago.
it marked a year on your Snapchat, and I was like,
Dude,
holy
you
shit.
gotta.
But you asked me to go to a Fabian's to have someone practice on my hair. I'd be like, hell no, I ain't going there. But when you said the tattoo, I was like, all right, I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just people's different mindsets. Like to
Yeah.
me, it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, I'm sure it's because I know him and we got a relationship. But
You can't just say, dude, you gotta show off your tattoo.
yeah, man, we got this one was the first one, and then this one was the second one. This one, dude, I'm proud. I'm super proud. I'm not that I'm not proud of this one, but that one's really special to me. But yeah, it took 4 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, I think, three and a half
Like
hours.
about 4, yeah.
Can the camera see?
I don't know.
Yeah?
We'll zoom
Yeah?
in later. But nah, dude. Yeah, I appreciate you. That I towards the end I was struggling a little, man. That it was hurting, but we got it. We got
Hold
it
on,
done.
hurting where?
When we did this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Actually, you know what? He did it in 2 sessions.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish
Oh
it.
yeah,
I couldn't
yeah.
finish
I
it.
remember that.
Yeah, he didn't do the outlining over here, and then I was like, nah, dude, fuck that. I'm coming back next time.
Is it because you kept rubbing over or just because sensitive? I don't think it's that sensitive here. Way is it?
I was just being.
I think one of the things with that day was he got a tattoo like basically on an empty stomach.
Oh yeah, that too.
And so because
He's my homie,
your,
dude.
your
He's like
skin,
not making me look bad, sound bad. He's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
saying excuses for me to
I
not
was gonna
sound
say
bad.
the food. I was like, did you?
no,
eat?
it was actually
Yeah.
the chair. It was really uncomfortable.
It was actually a chair, dude.
No, but I mean, your skin is a living.
Yeah.
It's like
an
a
organ.
living. It's an
yeah.
organ. You
It's
know,
It's the biggest one.
It requires calories. Energy for it to repair itself. You got blood coming out. You got wiping, all that irritation, and so like it really takes a toll on you. There's
Damn.
people who sit there 6 to 8 hours, and they have to bring snacks and fluids and all that.
What's your longest session?
Because of school, I think 5 hours.
5 hours.
5 hours.
Yeah. Is that kind of like what's a typical? I mean, with your experience and kind of the knowledge, seeing everybody tattooing or just kind of looking in the field, what's the average time? Is it like a typical 2-3 hour tattoo session?
Now it just depends on like the type of style, the artist, how quick he is with it, the size, the detail. There's a lot of factors that come into play. But so like going back to school, there was a lot of students that were starting out, and you know they would take 5 hours on a little tattoo because they're they're learning everything. They're stressing. They're freaking having to figure things out. You know, I was fortunate enough to pick it up a little quicker than others, and something that would take someone 5 hours might take me 30 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, it just depends.
Dude, when are you gonna get another tattoo?
Shit, dude, I don't know.
We want to
but
put you on
hey,
blast.
I'm gonna get my neck though too, for sure.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Hey, why are you getting your neck done?
Huh?
What?
Dude, I like my neck, dude.
Huh?
I like my neck.
No, but you always said you weren't gonna get no neck tattoos. But like, so like, what changed your mind?
Dude, I went to an event, by the way. Nah, dude, I mean, fuck it, Just fucking-
YOLO. You only live once.
I'm gonna start with the back. I like the Beckham tattoo. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but have you seen like the cross with wings? No.
Why is he laughing?
He wants me to say something.
Okay, go ahead. You said you want some.
No, I just want I'm gonna start with my back. Dude, my girl hates this shit, so I'm probably gonna do like
My girl hates it too, but I'm
Hates
still
what?
doing it.
tattoos right here with.
Oh.
So I'm gonna start from the back and then kind of work my way. You know how Mexican parents are, dude? They're like, fuck it. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can totally relate, and it's kind of difficult as well because being a tattoo artist, I'm tattooing people every day, and I love tattoos, and I want to get more and more. But I'm on that same boat too. Like I want to get my neck done, but just the way I grew up, it's just like, oh.
it's hard. I just feel like for me, it's like, I don't give a fuck, I would do it. But then I'm like, I know my mom hates it. I know my girl hates it. Eventually I'll probably work my way through. I just got to figure out how. I'm not just bam, un putazo aquí todo, ¿verdad? Pero kind of ease my way. Maybe start from here on the side, something.
I think you should just fucking rip the bandage off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Shit. Damn, you guys heard that. Fuck. And when are you getting next tattoo, wait? Thought you were going to get a teardrop.
Yeah, dude. I was talking. We out here in the trenches. I gotta get my teardrop. Yeah, I ain't getting no teardrop. My mom will whoop my ass, dude. No, he had a funny story, dude. Because he had gotten several. He'd already had several tattoos. Your mom never really said anything about him, right?
No, yeah, she fucking tripped out.
But
Every
she
single
saw a
one of
bunch.
them.
Like you went from like very few to like a lot, didn't you?
Yeah, she tripped out super hard.
Oh, really? Super hard?
Hell yeah.
Damn, I didn't think she tripped out that hard.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember that he had like, if you come over to my house like right now, my mom will talk shit about my tattoos to you. She'll be like, "Oh, mira este cabrón," right? But his mom's not like that.
Yeah.
And she told him that she's like, "Ya no te quiero que te pongas esas chingaderas." So then this fool shows up. He tats a portrait of his mom on his calf, and she's like, "Ya no te pongas chingaderas." So then when he showed her, she's like, "¿Qué te dije?" And he's like, "Mom," she's like, "It's not a chingadera. It's a picture of you." And she's like, "Well, what the hell do I say at that point?" Like, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Pretty funny.
But yeah, he did. How hard was it to do a portrait on yourself?
It was definitely fucking challenging. One of the main reasons I did it was at that point, I was, starting out trying to figure it out, but I was at the point where I was like, I feel like I can do a portrait. That's something I really wanted to do. So I was like, you know what? No one's really gonna trust me, but I trust myself. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it on myself. And the hardest part was definitely because it was upside down. I'm in an awkward position. I got my leg up and I'm tattooing and I'm looking everything upside down. So I had to take pictures and then compare it to the reference so I can see it upright. And I had to do that several times till I got it right. Yeah.
Dang.
Shit.
Was like your back hurting and stuff? Just kind of
My
like.
back, my leg, everything. Yeah.
How long did it take you?
I think like 6 hours.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's brave. But yeah, that's the confidence you have to have in yourself sometimes.
Would you ever tattoo your face?
Yeah.
Particular.
Yeah, I've always thought about getting some type of lettering or something that like goes with the curvature of my eyebrow right here.
You know what? The funny part, I was gonna tell you that it probably looks sick right there.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't work for everybody, but it just depends on your structure that you have, and I think it'll look good. I think it'll look pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
And then teardrop también.
I teared up.
While you're at it.
I tell everybody that, like, would you ever get a face tattoo? And I'm like, yeah. And people look at me like, what the fuck? But I think it just always goes back to art is subjective.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all about how you look at it and interpret it.
Yeah.
It is. Dude, how did you get into art? Have you always been into art?
Nah, growing up, actually growing up, I always noticed I had like a knack for it. Like I would like draw something, I would look at something and draw it, or I would just like freehand stuff, and like I was like drawing stuff that other kids, you know, weren't drawing, and kind of gave it up. Then I made a mistake when I was young. I got incarcerated, and then that's where I really like had the time, and it's a really big thing in prison, like prison art, and so that was something that I was like, you know what, I really want to do that. This seems really badass, and I just took it upon myself to learn from other people, and you know, kept pushing myself, and I was like, you know what, I think I can make a career out of this, and that's what ended up happening.
That's crazy. So if you wouldn't have been gone through that mistake, do you think that you'd be doing tattoos right now?
I guarantee you, no.
No, you don't think so?
No.
Dang. Go ahead.
When did you get your first tattoo? What age?
I was 18.
18.
I was 18, yeah. The first tattoo I got was a tribal tattoo on my shoulder.
Okay.
Big old tribal piece.
Yeah.
I just seen it online, thought it was cool, and I was like, fuck it, let's put it on.
Yeah.
But I only got the line work done. I never actually got it finished.
Till then, it's not finished, or
No, yeah, now it is.
Oh, okay.
But
At
then
the
when
time?
I fell and got incarcerated, I got that finished, and then I got a bunch of other tattoos, and then that's where my mom tripped
Yeah.
out. Seen him for the first
Yeah.
time.
Shit, you still have it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I don't think
What?
those go away.
no, I know. Yeah, I was waiting for something. ¿Qué te iba a decir? My mom, dude, didn't know I had tattoos, like more tattoos than what I had. She knew I had one or two, I think, and she didn't find out till last summer, dude. We went to we were gone for a week, and obviously we're in fucking lake and shit, and pues no tengo camisa.
You just forgot.
And I
forgot.
forgot, dude. So I was there.
That's
and
how it
todo.
always happens.
Grace! I'm like, what the fuck? And then so I turn around. So then she's like, ay, volteate. And I'm like, the
Did it
fuck?
hit you right away?
Yeah, she said that. I'm like, okay. I started laughing more. And then she's like, muchacho cabrón, ¿cuánto se te va a decir this? You know? But I mean, she wasn't tripping. At that point, she's just like, you know? Dude, my suegra was there, mi cuñado, my sister, everybody.
Damn,
Yeah, it was a
you
big
getting
old
roasted in
scene.
front of everybody.
Yeah, but it was funny. I thought it was just funny at
How
that
old are you?
point. Me?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, I just turned 25.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Dude, how long have you had those tats?
A long time, dude.
Like,
Shit, dude. I don't know. I think my first tattoo.
no,
Probably
I'm
when I
asking
was-
like the ones that she didn't know of.
probably the last 10 years.
You've had those tats for the last 10 years and
Yeah.
she hasn't known about them?
Well, I don't fucking take off my shirt, so they're just my
Damn.
back.
Damn, son.
So
You don't go to the river very often with your family or what?
Nah, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, that shit was funny though.
No, I was having dinner with him and his girl last
Sunday?
weekend.
It was Sunday, no?
Saturday. And or maybe it was Sunday. And we were eating, and as we were eating, he was asking me about my tattoo, and I'm like, nah, dude, my mom hasn't seen it yet. The last one. And my girl was giving me a hard time about it because she's like, dude, you've been living on your own for like 9 years. She's like, and you're still scared of your mom? And I'm like, you don't get it. I'm like, you don't understand. It's not that like we're scared of them. It's just like it's almost like a disappointment, kind of. Like it's hard to explain.
It is hard to
unless you're
explain.
Hispanic, you don't understand.
Yeah,
It's also a respecting. But it was funny because she was giving me a hard time about it, and then his girl goes, I still have a couple that my mom hasn't seen. She's like, I'm not. We're gonna say how old you are. We won't say how old she is, but But she was saying the same thing. And everybody that I know that is Hispanic, they're all the same way. They're like, hell no, I don't want to.
It is that way. My girl is not like that though, because she's like, "Ay, dude, ya estás casado, tienes hijos, and you still con tu mamá que te va a ver los tatuajes." I'm like,
Your girl said that to you too?
Yeah, she's
Damn,
like, I'm
dude.
like, you don't understand. But she doesn't like make a big deal. But I'm like, dude, you don't understand. I'm like, I'm not gonna just fucking like todo acá. Like, it's just different. It's hard to explain.
It's different.
Yeah, I'm about to take a step, bro, and I'm gonna get my whole hand blasted and my knuckles.
Oh, yeah?
I actually already made the appointment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Shit.
When
What
are
do
you
you
getting it
get?
done?
The 30th of May.
March. In like a month and a half?
Yeah, about a month and a half.
Then he asked what you were going to get?
I'm gonna get the Mayan calendar right here, and it's gonna go down like part of the Mayan calendar is gonna go down to my knuckles right here, so it's gonna be dope.
That's going to be hard.
Mayan calendar is the circle one, right?
The
Or is that
circle one.
no? Is that the Aztec? We're the same. Is it the same? No. Or
It's fuck. I
kind of
don't know.
similar,
No,
but it's the
man.
same. The
But
circle.
it's like it looks like a little face with his tongue out. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, the
Ah, okay.
Aztec one's way different. The Aztec one's got like a lot of details in it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about?
When I was younger, I would the thing that I would draw the most was those calendars, and I don't know which one was what.
Oh wow.
But dude, that shit was like for me, the Aztec calendar, those calendars were just something else. Dude, the detail, and my goal was always to make it like the rock, the detail as a rock, right?
Right. Getting
And
that
little
texture,
cracks,
man.
the texture. Also, and I remember doing it on when I had Woods class. I don't know if you guys ever had a class like that.
Wood shop.
Wood shop, yeah. You use the pen or whatever that shit is, the burner.
Mm-mm. I think they only had that like way.
No,
back
we
in
had
the
that.
day.
Mm-hmm.
We had that.
The little thingy that burns the wood.
Oh,
Damn. That's a vibe.
Damn, dude, he's hot today,
Shit.
Nah,
He's
I'm
hot
Let me
today.
wake up, dude. Hold on.
Hey, but honestly, I took Woods class and I don't remember having a pen like that.
I don't know what it is. Not a pen. It's that
It's-
that burner
it
thingy.
It burns, but you
Yeah.
can like draw on the wood.
Yeah, there you go.
I know what you're talking about.
So I did the Aztec calendar too. I did something for my mom. I did like a fucking no sé un pinche cajón, and then at the very front I did it, and then everyone got wet and shit in class. But for me, it was like,
How did you get it on there?
what do you mean how I get on there?
Did you freehand the whole thing?
Yeah, I always freehand everything, todo. But I mean, for me, the first time I did it, well, the only time I did it was that time. It was okay because, but everyone was like, "Oh, this is badass," I'm like, well, I mean, it is okay, but I think I could do better just because I've never done it and I've never used it. But it looked pretty sick, dude. To this day, my mom still has it.
Oh,
It looks pretty badass, dude.
That's
Because
pretty
you could
badass.
like,
You should
it's
send me a
just
picture of that.
you could like burn it, and then you could shade it. You could use the shading because it just depends how you move it. It kind of burns it a little bit and gives that tint. So that's how you do the shading too with it or whatever.
It's funny when I was incarcerated, they had a class like that, and only specific people, and I've seen some really good artwork.
Dude,
with what you're
they
talking
get
about.
down, dude.
With the pen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get down, dude. This is otro pedo también ahí, güey. This is hard, güey.
I imagine.
That's cool.
No, I only used it to like shade in my letterings. That was really it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, it wasn't like nothing like.
yeah. But that going back to the
Extraordinary.
Aztec one, dude, that shit, dude, was one of my favorite things to always do, way. That shit's too nasty.
I think all Aztec stuff, all of that kind of stuff is really interesting. They have that's been pretty amazing stuff that they would do. Yeah, I think for being Mexican, I think a lot of Mexicans get into that for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody has that good artwork on them. Not that good. I think that's hard art to do. I don't think just anyone can do it. What do you
No,
think?
I agree.
I think it is very hard.
But going back a little bit, when you were incarcerated, was there like a specific person that kind of like helped you out a lot with tattooing or drawing or something like that? Because I know because it's crazy because a lot of people are gonna be there for the rest of their lives or they've been there for a really long time. So they got nothing but time. So those are some of like the best artists in my opinion in the world. Some people that we're never gonna hear of. And so I'm sure they have a lot to teach, right? Was there anyone in there that kind of helped you out with that kind of stuff?
There was actually one specific person. His name is Lara. I forgot his last name, but yeah, he's been incarcerated for about now 24 years, and he was really the guy that was pushing me, I got to a point where my art was really good, And a lot of people would be like, "Oh, that's really good," da da da. But he was always the one that was like very hard. He was very hard on me. He criticized my work like down to the T, and I learned that from him, being able to be a perfectionist and be very detail oriented in your work. For sure, he was a really big mentor.
Was there like a specific thing that he like you know how you were telling me that tattoo artists mostly like specialize on one thing? There's people that official specialize in just like portraits or like color or like something like that. Was there something that he specialized in that he really liked drawing
He was very well known for color,
for color?
just color. He liked doing like animals. That was his thing. But he would get like the really big papers they sold us. It was about a 14 by 17 paper, and he would do like toros, he would do gallos, he would do birds, eagles, and just like so freaking so detailed. And you know the prices out here compared to in prison is a lot different, but like what he was charging in there, he was charging like an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would be like, oh, what, why the fuck are you charging that much? And he just goes back to like, hey, I know what I'm worth. This is what my work is worth. If you don't want to pay it, you can go get something shitty over there.
Damn, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Wh-
that
What is your I don't remember. Do you like colored tattoos or is puro black and white?
No, right now I
No,
haven't been
like
doing as
your
much.
like
My
what you
style,
like. Like if for your tattoos, if you're
I
gonna
like
tattoo yourself,
black and gray,
black and gray.
black and gray.
and you said that you specialize on portraits, right?
Yeah,
That's like gonna be your thing.
that's gonna be my thing. Yeah, I spend a lot of time drawing portraits and studying a lot of books. But portraits is what I really enjoy doing. But just in general, I would say my style is like realism.
Do you learn a lot from books, tattooing?
Tattooing, no, but drawing. I feel like we kind of have like a saying, as an artist, if you can't draw it, you can't tattoo it.
Mm-hmm.
So like basically your foundation, your fundamentals come from drawing.
So when a book talks to you about drawing, how does it explain things?
For example, I'll give you a rundown on kind of like a portrait book.
Yeah.
So you have different ethnicities. There's certain type of ways. There's certain type of rules that go for like an example, eyes. Um, for example, you're supposed to always double line the bottom of your eye. You got your iris, your pupil, and then the iris is like the white highlight that you see. So if you're looking at my eyes, those two white
Yeah.
highlights, they got to be symmetrical. And so in there, uh, when you do like for example eyelashes, they come off of the bottom, and then the top eyelashes are supposed to be they're supposed to kind of like flare into the eye and out. So that's just in a little example. Um, Lips, for example,
Mhm.
the upper lip is always supposed to be darker, and then when you draw a man, you're supposed to do a hard line from here to here, with
Mhm.
a dark spot here and here, and then there's like also rules to like doing creases, like when somebody's like smiling, facial expressions, how you do that. Going back to ethnicity, there's African Americans' hair is like kind of like how could I call it, like nappies, like curly. There's a certain technique to doing that compared to like straight hair, or comparing blonde hair to black hair. There's certain rules that you're supposed to follow with that.
So basically, in the book, it's just the basics. ¿Me entiendes? Right? Kind of like this is kind of like what you got to follow. Your technique and your style, or how you execute it, is different, right?
It shows you
The
how
quality.
it shows you how to, like, if for example if you're drawing from a picture, like how to capture all those details, and like how to improvise too. Like if there's like certain parts of the picture that don't show, what's supposed to be there even though you don't see it, because of like the rules that come into play.
So I guess going back to, I guess drawing 101 is, have you ever seen when they draw a person or like just a person standing up, how they sketch it out?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They sketch it out with the circle and this
Oh,
and
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's kind of what you're explaining, but at a different level, no?
That's a different skill in its own.
Okay.
That's a different skill in its own. What I'm referring to is drawing what you see from like a photograph,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily like from still life. That would be considered a different style. Yes.
Um, so I'm just kind of having a hard time understanding that. So is it like more like how you grab the pencil, how hard to push, or like what degree to like hold it, or like what kind of like how detailed does it really get? Because I'm assuming like tattoos, like you can't really learn it until you're like actually on skin, right? Because it's the feeling that you have, you know, if you have to press harder or not as or softer or whatever. So with that, is that kind of like what it's telling you over a book?
Um, kind of. So with like tattooing and drawing, it's two different techniques, right? But when you draw, for example, there's like certain ways to shade, like you were saying. Maybe you tilt your pencil at a 90-degree angle, and you'll be able to get like a lighter type of shading compared to like having it up. But all that, it just teaches you how to replicate the picture. But like when you're tattooing, the technique is different, but in your head, you know how it's supposed to look, and you can try to use some of those fundamentals that you use from drawing and translate that into tattooing.
Interesting. So they help a lot for you.
Yes, definitely does.
Have you ever read any books like that?
Mm.
No. Damn, that's crazy. Um, that would seem really meticulous. So I think to be able to do something like that, like you really have to like it, huh?
Yeah, definitely. And it just kind of always goes back to like that mistake that I made all those years that I had, endless hours of time to practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. It's when I sit there and draw for 5 hours, to me, it's very meditating. I feel very relaxed after. I feel like, just but some people might get frustrated and they'll try to sit there, draw for 2 hours, and they'll get irritated and just be like, fuck this, I don't want to do this no more.
That'd be me for sure.
Yeah.
No, I think that's pretty cool, dude. That's pretty badass. I don't know, man. But yeah, dude, when are you gonna get your next tattoo?
I don't know, dude. You were the one, dude.
I'm
I'm gonna put you on blast. I'm gonna put you on blast. Last time, you committed to getting a tattoo.
I am gonna get a tattoo.
Well, you
I'm gonna
committed.
get the keen.
You didn't just say. So
Yeah.
when are we gonna get that done?
Oh yeah, dude. Pull it up right now. Let's schedule a time.
Oh, we're putting him on blast. Right here, check the calendar.
What's that?
Oh, Saeed?
Ooh.
Let's talk about it.
That's funny.
Dang, we ain't gonna put my boy Saeed on blast like that.
Damn.
Shout out to Saeed.
Shit, dude.
Check your calendar. We're gonna put him on blast.
I mean, we can go
Tomorrow.
We said right now.
No, not tomorrow.
Damn, my bad. I was just joking,
Okay,
man.
okay, better yet, let's start with what are your days off?
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. I can do a Wednesday.
There we go.
I
Shit.
can do a Wednesday. We can start off early in the morning. And this, I know sometimes it's kind of hard. You'll have like a picture of what you want, and it's kind of hard to explain. But me having my tablet in the moment, I can like give you an exact like interpretation of what
I have
you
a
want.
picture what I want, but at the same time, I'm an artist, so I don't. I let them do what whatever you want to do, whatever you think looks good, I'm down with. ¿Se me entiendes?
Yeah.
Like whatever your style is, that's what it is.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
that's cool.
I'm not like.
You'll give me an idea.
I give you an idea, make it work, right?
And I'll have creative freedom.
Obviously, if there's something that I'm like, oh fuck, dude, that's just I'll tell you. But other than that, I'm pretty open.
Let's get some neck tats, kind of like in the books too.
That's later, dude. That's later.
So what were you thinking about getting?
I've been trying to get a tattoo with my girl, like the king and queen type of shit.
Oh, you did mention that last time.
Yeah, dude, I've loved those fucking crowns, dude. At least for me, I get the fucking king, Yeah.
Yeah. And your girl? And
también la queen.
your girl wants a tattoo as well? She wants that?
She's down. She's like, yeah, if you're gonna get the king, I'll fucking get the queen.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, fuck it.
where you
I
gonna
want
get
the king,
Where are you gonna get it?
Shit, I don't know, dude.
Dude, get it right here.
Hello, man.
The
Damn.
Dude,
king
if
and
it's
Is that what the
real.
podcast is doing to you?
Yeah.
Fucking making you do wild things?
Yeah, dude, we wilding out here. We wild boys, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, no, but we should, man. We should. And sometimes people, they need a little push. They'll be like, oh, I want it, but I just don't know when. And like they'll just keep putting it off.
If I were
and putting it off.
schedule a tattoo, how would I reach you?
You can reach me on my Instagram,
Hmm.
88 Inc., or on my Facebook, Omar
Okay.
Ochoa. And you can just DM me. And usually, what it is, we'll try to figure out a date. And what secures your spot in my
Mm.
schedule is I need $100 deposit,
Mm-hmm.
and that just makes sure that I know that you're gonna show up, and I'll have my station ready, and time won't be wasted.
What if I call last minute?
So if you call last minute, there's been a couple of individuals,
Not to call anybody
not to
out.
call anybody out, but Saeed, this guy I never met, was
Yeah.
really enthusiastic about getting this domino, right?
Yeah.
Hits me up and he's like da 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 da, and I was like, okay, yeah, we can do that. Send me your deposit. Sends me the deposit. Day comes around. I'm freaking hustling at my house to get my everything set up, and I get a last minute text saying that, hey, I got a family emergency, bro. And I'm looking at my phone like, fuck, dude, that kind of sucks, right? So he sends me his number, and he's like, call me if you have any questions so we can reschedule. I was like, all right, this sounds pretty honest. I call him twice, fucking never hear back from him. And
Straight
I'm
to
like,
voicemail.
and I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, you know what? It's all right. That's
Yeah.
why I asked for the deposit,
Dude, you should text
Yeah.
them and be like, yo, you still in your family emergency?
Call him right now. Man.
Damn.
Damn. Well, dude, I'm excited for you, dude. So, now, do you know your address now? Your new address? Your shop? Your
The
shop
building,
address?
yeah. 251 Pacific Boulevard, Albany.
In Albany. So, you guys also, you don't take walk-ins? You do take walk-ins?
Depending. Just depending the time of the day. Sometimes I might have some stuff going on. I could take in something small, just stay extra. We got another guy too that is primarily also like a walking guy.
So, if they want to get work by you, it's better just to book an appointment.
Just to book an appointment. That way, you have time. I have time to get everything ready. There's, let's not try to rush it, but I'll have my stuff ready, my references and my pattern and all that, and it's just easier for the client and for me as well.
So when they DM you and they pay their deposit, do they usually send you a picture like, hey, this is what I'm trying to get? They have to, right? So you have an idea of about how long it'll take.
A lot of the time, people will first send me a picture and they'll ask me about how long this will take and the pricing. And so I charge by hour. My hourly rate is 150 an hour, and I'll give them a quote like, okay, this piece. I'll ask them where they want it, about how big. I'll tell them it's gonna run you about 2 to 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours, and so a lot of the times people, that'll work for them or it won't. And if it does work for them and I'm the artist that they want, they send me the deposit, and then, when they show up, I already have an idea of what they want, where they want it, and I'll design something according to that body placement.
So by the time that their appointment comes and they come in, you kind of already have the stencil already printed, and then at that point it's just more figuring out exactly how you're gonna place it.
Yes, figuring out the size as well, because sometimes people will already have artwork that they have on them, and sometimes they'll say, hey, I want to fit this piece in here, and so I'll have to get a size that'll fit that. Or if they want, if I'm gonna put something on somebody's shoulder, for example, I can't put something that's really small. I gotta put a size that's gonna fit that body part accordingly. So it's just adjusting the size. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Have you ever done a cover up?
Yeah, done a couple.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is it? Is it usually names, or is it just some
Uh,
shitty tattoos,
oh,
or
man.
what is it?
Yeah.
What's the most common you think it is?
It's always just a lot of the times, there's times where cover ups where they can't afford to cover the whole thing up, and they just want it to look better.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just go over the whole thing and make it look better, bring it back to life. And
But what are you covering up? The shitty tattoo or a name? What do you think is the most? I mean,
not necessarily names.
okay,
No, it
so it's
hasn't
just
been
a crappy
shitty-
job, right?
Crappy job tattoo.
They probably got it a long time ago or whatever it was.
I'll give you an example. My girlfriend, she had this cross that was first off-centered. The person who did it scarred her. It created a keloid. And so essentially what that means is there's too much pigment underneath the dermis where the ink is supposed to lay. and so like it's kind of the skin is like inflamed in a way, so it's like really irritating for her. She went in to get what's it called, a laser estimate, and they told her it was about to be 3 sessions and about $500 each, so it was gonna be like $1,500
For the small tattoo.
to get this little small tattoo removed. So what I ended up doing was I threw a hummingbird on top of it, and I used the darkest part of the hummingbird, the wings from the bottom coming down, put that on top, and then I put some lettering coming up her forearm like that. And in a way, you can kind of see it, but because of everything else that's going around it, it takes your eye away from that part of the hummingbird to more so like the lettering, the flowers, and like the eye of the hummingbird.
Shit, damn. I think I did see it. Yeah, it looks pretty dope. I can't even tell it's a cover up. Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah, that's
So, yeah.
good. Well, I mean, there's levels to cover ups too,
for
though.
sure, for sure.
You
Yes.
got to
There's
figure
levels to
out like what he
everything,
was
yeah.
mentioning. Like, if I do this, it's gonna cover this. If I do there's
There's a lot to it.
a lot to it.
Yeah.
There's people that who are like, that's what they're known for, is they're cover up artists, you know.
Oh, that's like a thing they specialize in.
That's a specialty in its own. Yes.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, because it's hard, dude. It's not just easy.
I have a question. So you see that some people will have like a half, a quarter, or a full sleeve, and their whole arm is just black. Have you seen that? I'm sure you've seen that.
Blackouts. Yeah.
Is that because they think it's cool, or is that because they're literally covering up a whole thing?
Either or.
What do you think is more common?
I would say covering up fucking bad tattoos.
The whole thing. That's
So you know what the interesting part is, you know Messi, right?
yeah, he's got that, doesn't he?
He's got that on his leg, but he had tattoos though. He had a full sleeve, de aquí hasta acá, I think, and then out of nowhere, dude, all black, and then just left a soccer ball.
On top of the block.
No, there was a soccer ball, and then it had a bunch of tattoos.
Oh, I see.
But he did all black, left that. Pero like, I mean, you would imagine like a fucking millionaire guy. I mean, he's not gonna get a shitty tattoo.
And he still got it all black.
Yeah. So I don't know what that was. People don't know. Like, there's a lot of things online. Like, what the fuck happened? You know.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
That's what I don't know.
Who's an athlete that you think has shitty tattoos? Sergio Ramos?
No, I think his shit is good. Not
Who was
good.
it? There's a
Zlatan.
soccer-
I think Zlatan Ibrahimovic has a bunch of tattoos, but I think he's got a cost though. His cost is like for every like something in cancer. He tattooed every kid's name or some shit like that.
Who?
Zlatan.
Oh, really?
Ibrahimovic.
Have you seen that? I haven't seen
No, it's all his whole body. Yeah, but Sergio Ramos is pretty.
it. Is Sergio Ramos the one that's all tatted, or is it someone
Yeah.
else? Maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
There's a bunch of guys, dude, but Sergio Ramos is pretty legit.
Dude, is
legit
he?
shit.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'm probably thinking of someone else. Do you know of an athlete that you think has shitty tattoos?
Man,
Or a
can't
rapper
think
or
of-
something?
I mean, honestly, there's a lot of African Americans out there with tattoos, but you can't really see them.
Yeah.
That's the tough part too.
A lot of the basketball players, though, because a lot of them got tatted when they were a lot younger también.
Yeah, early high school or something.
You know what I've noticed, though? A lot of the people from Chile, and it's not a knock on them, but a lot of the athletes, the soccer players, they're all tatted up, but their tattoos are they're just different way, their style.
It's their style, or you think you just don't have the right equipment? Or?
I don't know what it is, dude. The placements, everything, like it just, there's no flow to it, you know? And sometimes, yeah, you might be covered up in tattoos, but there's a flow. It's just weird, way. But esos también crece. I don't know what it is, way. It's interesting. Look at, I'll show you some Chilenos, dude, soccer players. It's pretty interesting. And it's only them, way.
Who do you think has the best tattoos?
Shit. As far as like athletes? Damn, dude. I don't know, dude. Probably say like Beckham or shit like that.
Beckham?
Yeah.
You just like his neck tattoo, that's it.
No, he's got other tattoos, way.
I'm asking that you like really like.
I like the neck tattoo, but I like his shit. I don't know, dude.
Do you have an athlete that you're like, or a rapper that you're like, this guy's tats are sick?
I'm trying to think, and no.
Maybe something you want to live up to as far as in your art?
No, not that I can think of. In terms of like an athlete or a celebrity.
Just a celebrity, yeah, like, damn, that guy's got good work.
I can't really think off the top of my head.
That's what I was gonna ask too.
Oh, I think there's one artist here locally. His Instagram's Mr. Mortal. He's got really good work. People say his work is good, but I think it's really great. He does what we were talking about earlier, like Chicano style, cultura stuff, like Aztec, Mayan stuff, and like you said, that's just not easy. I know firsthand, and he does a lot of that, and he does a really good job at it.
I came across him a long time ago. I think if it's the right guy, he's a little bit bigger guy, right?
I think so. A little
Yeah.
darker, dark skin.
It's him and his brother, no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that own a
it's
shop.
them. Yeah, I came across him a long time ago. We're doing a mural in on. Are you familiar with McKay?
Mhm.
The McKay Park. They had a big wall in the two basketball courts.
Mhm.
So we did a mural there.
Dude, you are old, dude.
Yeah,
That wall's not there anymore.
yeah.
That wall was like 2007.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So, dude.
Yeah, we did a mural, and it was like Chicano. He was doing his airbrushing at the time,
Yeah.
and there was dude. Did I tell you what happened though? We were doing it, and then at the time there was a lot of a lot of elderly people,
yeah,
mas
you told me.
gabachos, and they came out, dude, and they're like, hey, like this is starting to look more like
Ghetto.
ghetto or like more. It's not Salem. And we're like, what do you mean? They go, this is more cultural. This doesn't look, because I mean, he was pulling up his stuff. I was doing my Mexican Eagle shit. Everyone was kind of doing. His brother was doing graffiti, like everyone was doing sections, and all of us were all Hispanic Chicanos because I mean we were all really the artists, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And yeah, dude. So then like, well, you guys kind of start have to do something else, and we just after that we kind of just like, well,
Damn.
what do we fucking do cherry blossoms and shit like that, So it's like, it's not our style, dude. We're not gonna do
That's
something,
not cool.
And
Damn.
then next thing you know, then other McKay students started coming to do because I mean, yeah, hey, you guys going to do flowers and cherry and the trees and like, yeah. Next thing you know, and then I don't know what fucking happened to the wall, dude.
Damn.
I think it was only there for a bit until people started doing more graffiti on it.
Do you remember there being art in that wall? I don't even remember there being
Dude.
art. I think it was just a flat color when.
It didn't last very long, dude, because what happened is first they were throwing fits. Second, they wanted us to do things we didn't like, and then we were the only artists doing it at the time. It was just not the same, It was older people way. I was literally the only one in high school. Everybody else was they were just older, like just bigger people, and out of nowhere, students started. Yeah, it was on a newspaper too, but
That
then
they didn't want that.
no, the
Finished product.
the finished like
Oh.
students and shit like that. I don't know what happened, dude. At the end of the day, next thing you know, there was no more fucking wall.
Damn. Yeah. They got
So I
rid
was
of
like, damn. Yeah, I came across them. Pretty legit. He did airbrush on cars también, güey. He
Oh,
would airbrush car. Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
he
sick.
would I think he would do airbrush on you know how back in the day shirts, the
Yeah.
t-shirts,
Yeah.
yeah, he was really good at that shit.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's cool. I had no idea. Yeah, I'm trying to book an appointment with him
Yeah.
here soon. Get some work from him and try to learn as much as I can.
Some of my buddies have tattoos from him, and they're all kind of like como, like the urban virgen, like kind of like that style, That's pretty cool. It's legit.
Yeah, Ricardo got some work done by his brother,
Yeah.
and I saw he did a Virgin Mary on him, and it looked pretty sick. His brother does really good work too. Those guys are pretty known in this area, no?
Yeah, I would say so. I think they've been tattooing for like 10 plus years
Yeah,
at least.
yeah, they're doing their thing. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, they're really good artists in terms of like cultura stuff. There's this other artist named Aaron Carey. He's been tattooing for about I think 20 years. He's really good as well. This other artist named Kane Toll out of Black Craft. He's really good. He's been tattooing for 6 years, but they both used to work together and those guys. I personally think like those three guys are like the main, ones that are putting out really good work.
Damn.
Could you describe their style a little bit?
Yeah, Aaron Carey's like he's very well known for his roses, his dark saturation contrast. He's really good with portraits, realism, tigers. basically that kind of stuff. Doesn't do color. Kane, however, has a very distinct style. He's more like a trash polka, which is essentially black and gray with like splashes of red thrown in there, and that in itself is a style. And he also likes to do a lot of like almost like a painter type of style. So like, say, for example, he'd throw like a portrait on there, and he'll make like the eyes look demonic, and then he'll throw like a slash of paint going through the side of it. And then there's a style called calligraphy, which is a style of lettering that people used to do back in the day with like those old pens. And he's really good at that as well. Has his own style. Like you walk into a shop and he did a lot of paintings in there with, I mean, actually on the floor of a bunch of calligraphy letters. So.
Is there a specific like tattoo or something that you haven't done yet on someone that you're like, I can't wait till I do this?
Man, the only thing I can think of, there's this design that I have that I've been wanting to do. It's a Jaguar Aztec helmet. So
Okay.
so basically, it's like back in the day, the Aztecs used to, kill like leopards, jaguars, stuff like that, and then they would um, take their head and basically make a helmet out of it. And what they believed back in the day was that the fighting spirit of the animal translated into their battle, and it would scare off their enemies, if that makes sense. Because back in the day, people were scared of fucking jaguars, animals, like they would fucking eat your ass alive out in the jungle. So the design that I have is like a skull with a jaguar bottom jaw, top jaw on the top with its like head, and then feathers that come off of it going down like that. I've been really wanting to do something like that.
That sounds sick.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, dude.
It's pretty badass too, like when you describe it like that.
Yeah.
You should get that on your neck, way.
Yeah,
dude, they look good
You
on
get
you.
it full, get in your chest way.
That'd be sick. I don't know where I would get it.
It's got to be bigger. It can't be.
No, it has to be bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can't be like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that'd be sick though.
Yeah.
Damn. What's your favorite piece so far you've done?
Oh, that's a good question. Man, there's this. I did a tiger on somebody's hand right here. It was
saw
really,
that.
it was
Yeah.
really small, and it came out really good.
You got a pic of it, or
I actually do.
let me see.
Yeah, that one was fucking.
Yeah, that looks clean.
Edit this part out. Let's set up one of these, like maybe.
Just like
Check it out.
You're volunteering for
Yeah,
another
thanks for volunteering, John. Dude, this
you
looks
probably have
dope.
to press play again. It's a video.
Yeah, no, it is. It's oh,
Hey, Alan, clap so you can have a sound spot.
Bam. What's the hardest part about doing a tattoo like this?
The hand is a really difficult spot.
Yeah.
Because it's such an awkward like area. It's very hard to stretch. It's hard to get black spots in there. And just a piece like that too, like with the whiskers, you have to work around the whiskers because you eventually at the end you put white. So everything that you're shading, you have to work around the freaking whiskers, and it's such a bitch. But it's so worth it when it's done. I think that was my favorite, and then I did 2 realistic roses on a chick's back of her forearm. And that one was one of my favorites as well because it just came out so clean. But
That's tight. So what do you got, dude?
not much, dude. I mean, I just want to say congrats. I'm looking forward to get tatted by you. And then just kind of go from there, man. Thanks for coming over. So
We got him to commit, dude.
yeah,
hey, last time I told you I wanted a tattoo, so
it sounds like I have your word.
no, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the deposit refundable or no?
No.
No, okay, all right, dude.
No.
My bad.
Hey, and I
I'm not
can
sure.
I can shoot you a deal
My
too.
bad. Yeah, no, dude, for real. Like, if I get tattooed, my girl's, I'm probably gonna bring my girl to get tattooed. Maybe
Yeah, I mean,
I'll let you know if it's me first, like that day, or maybe her el otro día or lo que sea.
yeah, I got a pretty good deal going on right now. I like to tell people this all the time. the deal is at the end of the day, you're gonna get a good tattoo.
There you go. There you go, dude. Hey, I don't mind, dude. I just want to get tatted. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, dude. I don't got anything else unless you have anything else.
No, man, I just want to say thank you. Appreciate you. Like always, appreciate you coming through. Appreciate your support. Always supporting us, you know, so means a lot. So, yeah, man, appreciate you.
Or no, vice versa.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Yep.
And then what was your Instagram one last time?
It's 8A_Inc. And then Facebook, Omar Ochoa. Check out my profile.
There
Send
you
me
go.
a DM.
There we go. Send
You
him a
already
deal
know.
with the deposit, Apple Pay.
No refunds.
No refunds,
No
baby.
refunds.
Hey, shout out to Saeed.